10 reasons to travel with your partner. You get to see them frustrated. Now, I'm not really saying that you should travel with your partner so that you can see them frustrated, but you know it's bound to happen in one way or another, and a good way to really get to know your partner is to get to know their ups and their downs. And obviously traveling can put a lot of stress on people, and it's got a lot of new situations and problems that you have to deal with, and frustration is only part of it. It is a natural process, and being able to see your partner upset or frustrated and then being able to work with that and work around it and help coax them into a happy mood again is really beneficial for the two of you for the rest of your life. In the long run, that will help you. And so by bringing out this frustration, doing things on the road inevitably will make your relationship stronger in the future. It can be cheaper. When traveling with a partner, the first thing you're going to save money on is accommodation. You're only paying for one room, so your accommodation's cut in half. You can also save money and barter on things where you're saying, okay, instead of paying for one, can you give us a discount if we're getting two?
You'll make unforgettable memories together. Happiness is better shared when you're with your loved one and you're traveling on the road. Bring cameras or something to remember all the great moments that you have together. Do something and do activities that you both agree that you've always wanted to do, and make that one experience that would be pretty awesome by yourself absolutely unforgettable and amazing together.
You'll learn about their bad habits. When traveling with your partner, you're with them 24/7, and you'll get to see things that you may not get to see when you're back home. Different habits, different things that they do, things that you like, things that you don't like. You'll learn, whether you want to or not. You learn what they're truly passionate about. Whilst traveling, you will have a set number of days to do as many activities as you can or as you want. And it is in doing all these different activities that you really start to see what catches your partner's eye, what catches their interest, what catches their heart, and you discover what they're very passionate about. And that could be something very different from what you have access to at home. Sometimes it takes being out in a foreign place or in a place with a new variety of things that you can see and do, different museums that have different culture, different whatever. Traveling with your partner really lets you see what they're truly passionate about, supposing that you're somewhere where they can be passionate about things that they like. You'll learn about their hidden talents. When traveling with your partner, you'll be faced with a lot of different opportunities and challenges, and you might shed some light and be able to see things that they're really good at that you normally wouldn't see at home. I mean, for example, maybe they're really good at managing time, then you didn't know that. Maybe they're really good at managing your pennies, keeping things organized, making sure all your accommodations lined up. Maybe they're really good at bartering. They're the ultimate barterer. And so these little hidden talents, they shed light when you travel with your partner.
You learn how well they adapt. When you go traveling with your significant other and you're not used to all the comforts that you have back home and you're staying in a new place that you've never been before, you really learn about how well they adapt with their surroundings, the environment, and even the different cultures that you're coming accustomed with. Adaptability, everyone. Go team, do things, eat stuff.
You'll understand each other on a much deeper level. Seeing your partner outside of their comfort zone in different situations with different stresses and different environments lets you really relish and understand how they react in certain scenarios. Problems and opportunities will arise that you're not really going to get faced with when you're at home, but when you're on the road, you sort of have to tackle them head on. And you'll get a better understanding of what they like to do in these scenarios and how they react to them. So it'll give you a better, deeper, bit of a nicer understanding of how their brain works.
You'll get better at compromising. So naturally, when you're together and you're on the road, you'll be wanting different things, but you must be willing to compromise just for the better good of each other's happiness. Obviously, when you're traveling, your partner may want to do one thing and you may have to do another. To grow and build the relationship to something that you want to make stronger, you have to compromise. And that goes for everything at home, but especially on the road. You're in an environment you're not familiar with, but there's also lots of crazy, cool things to experience and go explore. Therefore, you should just compromise, make a set plan that you can both agree on, and make your relationship stronger for what it needs to be.
It'll remind you why you love each other. At home, you've got a pattern, a routine that you do. You might very well get distracted very often, and you kind of lose some of the spark that you once had. When you're traveling, however, everything is new and exciting. Everything is enjoyable, it's adventurous, and it really brings the love that you have with your partner right back up in full force. When you start feeling that again and traveling with it, you realize that you can have this back at home as well. It's almost like a refresher. It reignites this spark that you guys could have had. Whether or not it's gone, it reminds you why you're in love with each other. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe it, share it with your friends as much as you please, and leave some comments. Lessons learned that you've had with your partner, troubles, issues, anything you want, feel free to share. We'd be happy to read up on it and then offer some of our advice and or stories. So, like always, thank you for your time. Catch you next week.
All I see is you. 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 I just know that I have to believe all that I dream, all that I dream. All I see is you. 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 I wish we had more time and less space in between. Reality would be much better than a dream. There are so many things that I have left unsaid. I'd rather be with you instead. Just be with you instead. Just be with you instead. Just
Teach them.
Not exactly bad habits, though. Anyway.
Bad habits.